afternoon. Welcome back to Curiosity Forge. What am I even doing with my life anymore? Things are getting kind of weird. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's something odd that I brought into the shop recently. I'm not sure what. Things are getting a little strange. I don't know. Maybe we'll figure it out in a little while here. I don't know, something just doesn't feel normal in here. Can't quite put my finger on it. I do have a sneaking suspicion, like, the toilet when I got up this morning was so small that I had to like perch, kind of like a pterodactyl, and scream while everything was happening. I think my wife might have spiked the tea I was drinking with giant potions so that I guess maybe I could deal with the neighbor's kid that keeps saying I smell like the inside of a Miss Winters. I don't know. I can't quite figure out what's different today. I don't know. We'll figure it out together, one way or another. Can't put my finger on it. The ceiling seems a hell of a lot lower today too. I wonder if I should try to get my truck and go somewhere. But no, in all seriousness, I was at Harbor Freight with my brother the other day, getting him set up with his first couple of hammers, little odds and ends to go with the shop that I helped him buy out. And saw this miniature ball peen hammer, and I got to thinking, I've got two miniature anvils. And one of the miniature anvils belonged to one Mr. James Duncan. He mailed that to me as a surprise, and I promised him I would give it a job. And when I got home and I looked at the miniature hammer, and at first I tried to work that red miniature anvil from the pictures a few weeks ago and forging it forward. No, that thing is made out of the same Chinesium they make out of Harbor Freight anvils out of. It's scarred up to hell and back after 2 heats. So I went ahead and got the James Duncan anvil and replaced it, so that thing is just decorational. And I went ahead and made those miniature tongs. These guys right here. And I went ahead and gave them a bit of a slot in there to hold on to stuff. And as long as I'm really careful with it, I can get into and out of the Atlas Mini Forge without burning myself. And so what this is going to be for is on days when I want to make myself happy, I will sit down with this and forge out things like Damascus steel pendants, miniature knives, stuff like that. And maybe one day in the near future here, if I can figure out a way to make that work, I'm going to set up a second quarantined area, maybe back in the other workshop, where I've got the miniature anvil, the miniature hammer, maybe make some more miniature hammers, miniature tongs, all that. And I'm going to take a couple of fire bricks and smack them together and take the biggest arbor bit I can find on a drill, run that through there, and make a 2-brick forge, feed a blowtorch into that, you know, weld a box together, make it nice, tight, and high quality, and you know, set up a legitimate miniature forge, just a miniature smithy right there in the back, so I can, if I want to make jewelry, I can hang out in there where there's a lot of unnecessary air conditioning, and you know, play to my heart's content, because I've been out here for a couple hours now. I'm already sweating buckets and exhausted. I have a piece of the first Damascus I ever made soaking in the ferric chloride. I'm waiting to see what comes out of that, because so far the pattern hasn't been too terribly stunning, but that's also off the very end of the billet that was sacrificial steel that I was going to throw out until I decided to test the pendant making process I thought I had figured out. It works. It is spectacularly effective. And this means as long as I can sell them for about 75, 80 bucks, somewhere around there, I can get my money back out of the hours that I spend working on it, or at least most of it. I think I'd be averaging around 17 to 20 bucks an hour for the kind of work I put into that, minus the time spent trying to sell it at like 75 or 80 bucks. It does take a while, so I'm working, and as I refine the process, it'll get faster. So, either way, that's what I got today. And to Mr. James Duncan, again, thank you so much for that miniature anvil. That is now the station I use when I just want to make myself happy, because that little miniature setup right there is just fun. It is a ton of fun to use. Yes, I could use the 200-pound Peter Wright. I could use the 40-ounce lineman's hammer. I could use the planishing hammer. I could use the small wolf jaw tongs that I've got, and do the exact same job faster and more efficiently. And I may have to do that if I'm doing a large production run. But this tiny setup makes me a lot more happy. So either way, that's what I've got. On the subject of happiness, if you can find something to make you happy when you go into the forge, do it. Spend a couple extra bucks on it, spend a couple extra hours setting it up. The happier you make yourself when you are in there working, the more hours you're going to work, the higher quality those hours are going to be, and the higher quality your final product's going to be. That's why I have figurines from shows and cartoons and video games that I like kind of glued to my equipment everywhere. I'm going to be adding more as I figure out places for them. I want it to be fun in here, you know. I want it to be the kind of fun that I always got written up for doing crap like this at work, and the kind of crap where if I did have it set up and I was okay, somebody would go behind me and destroy it like within 24 hours, even if they weren't supposed to touch it, or it was perfectly okay just because they didn't think it looked normal. There's a reason I really don't like people, and I want to go where they aren't at all times. So until next time, raise the forge and pass the borax. If y'all are in your shop, please, for the love of God, stay safe. I don't want to see pictures of injuries. This means you.